Deep pass down the sideline.
Got him.
AC Jr.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud. Welcome to the final Fred TV Sports Report of the summer. One of the great things about the summer months is that the high school athletes are provided opportunities to stay conditioned and keep active. A couple of annuals at Durfee are the Football Passing League and the Field Hockey Summer League. The 8th annual Hilltopper Invitational 7-on-7 passing tournament was held prior to the start of organized practices. Durfee varsity head coach Taylor Brown was on campus and he spoke to us about the importance of putting in the work when no one is watching.
I think it's a good opportunity for our kids and local teams to come out and compete, have fun. A couple weeks before our high school season kicks off, a lot of these teams have been involved in tournaments throughout the summer. I think from the weight room stuff and then transitions into running around 7-on-7, a little different kind of aspect than the regular football is. Of course, you see guys who have been involved throughout the summer with weight program and 7-on-7s. You definitely notice a difference come August 18th of who's been running around and who's been working out and who's been dedicating their summer to getting into shape in the game of football. So it's definitely a plus.
Unlike traditional high school football, the passing league has quite a few rule changes, one big one being no tackling. There are no helmets or pads. Another is that only half the field is used in the 25-minute running clock competition. The offense begins their drives on the 40-yard line with 2 first down markers, the 25 and the 10. So it's 15 yards per down as opposed to the usual 10. Once at the 10-yard line, it's first and goal. If there's a tie at the end of regulation, here's a cool one. The first tiebreaker is the team with the most interceptions. Good way to entice the secondary to play some tight defense. Now, both Mac Aldridge Field and the practice turf were used for the tournament, which saw 20 teams registered. This also serves as a fundraiser for the Hilltopper Gridiron Club, as teams pay $200 to compete. Now, field hockey also has its own summer action at Durfee. Aside from slightly shortened halves, 20 minutes apiece, as opposed to the 15-minute quarters played in the regular season, all the rules remain the same. The Hilltoppers, along with 5 other local schools, Somerset Berkeley, Old Rochester, Case, Dartmouth, and New Bedford, play a 6-week schedule with playoffs on the 7th week. Games are played at 5, 6, and 7 p.m. Monday evenings. Durfee varsity head coach Nicole Henrik explained that, like Coach Brown with football, she and her fellow varsity coaches cannot be involved in these games due to the MIAA state regulations. But it does give them a good first look at the product they'll have on the field come September.
So it's awesome for us. I mean, we have some girls that do play year-round, but a lot of them don't. And it also gives it, the chance for our 8th graders, girls that really don't have the opportunity to play because they're playing other sports. So this is like the first time they hit the field, and they get 7 weeks of field hockey before I get them. And it's really made the difference in our program, I think.
One thing Coach observed was a slower pace of play, mostly due to the new field. The old turf was so matted down that the ball would roll up and down the stadium with no problem. But now with a plusher, more grass-like material, the players will not be able to just send it. Passing stick to stick will be key. We'll get our first look at both football and field hockey in mid-September. Football's first home game is Friday, September 15th against Taunton. And for field hockey, we'll see their road game at Dartmouth on the 20th, a game that will have broadcasted live via DCTV. All right, let's leave Durfee for a moment, head down to Chew Park for more Fribble playoff coverage. The semifinal Game 3 between the Braves and Brewers took place on Sunday evening, with the winner earning a spot in the finals against the #1 seed Dodgers. The loser goes home. After losing Game 1, the Braves hoping for 2 in a row and a chance to defend their title. They didn't waste any time jumping on Carney Boff, who got the win in Game 1. Bases loaded, 1 out for Mike Del Ponte. First pitch swinging, lifts it into left field. Connor Smith makes the catch. Tagging and scoring from third is Brad Hartwell. Seref McDowell advancing to third. Puts the Braves on the board 1-0. Next batter up is Alex Kanivi. Keeps it going. Ropes one into left field. McDowell in 90 feet from third to score. The Braves out to the fast start with a 2-0 lead after 1. We'll jump to the third now. 2 outs, same score. Jim Belcastro delivers for the Braves. Top spin chopper eats up Dallas Nunes at third. McDowell can run. Around from second, he comes with the third run of the day for the Braves. This game was about pitching and defense, and while the Brewers would add a run late, it was not enough to surpass the defending champs. The Braves complete the comeback. They take the semis in 3 games. As we pull up the brackets, the final round is set. It's a rematch from last year, a series that went the distance to a deciding Game 5. The Dodgers trying to turn the tables from last year's final. They saw themselves go down 2-0 in 2022. They took Game 1 Monday night 11-4, so they are out to this series lead. We'll have exclusive coverage of the Fribble Finals and crown the 23 champs during the Durfee football home opener that I mentioned earlier on September 15th. We'll run those highlights during the halftime break. That's going to be our first broadcast of the new school year. So even though this sports report's going away and the season ends tonight, there'll still be Fribble coverage over the next coming weeks. We will wrap up the week and the season by meeting up with a familiar face, Eli Brooks. Eli graduated from Durfee in 2016 and finished his football career by setting a single-season school record, netting 2,023 yards rushing in 11 games his senior year. After leaving, he went on to the University of Maine to play D1 football, but now back locally, Brooks has been hired as the new strength and conditioning coach here at his alma mater. According to trainer Kelly Mahoney and the varsity coaches I speak to throughout the year, keeping this position has been invaluable in preventing injuries and limiting players' time on the injured list. With Eli being a product of Durfee, it's evident there's no place this future Hall of Famer would rather be.
It feels amazing. I'm glad to be back home. When I was here, we didn't have any of this, so when I got to college, it was kind of like a whole new world to me. And the way, obviously, I worked out and stuff, but I had a lifting coach when I got to college and stuff like that, so it's kind of the same experience that I'm trying to give to them so that when they get to the next level, they'll be ready. Of course, I've had some sessions where there's some injuries off the field. They can't practice, so we come in here, get some PT work in, get the body back to 100% so that they're ready to go back and perform to their full capacity.
Coach went on to explain that conditioning is really a form of maintaining and sustaining the body, especially in season. Due to the rigors of gameplay, athletes won't be coming in to do full-on weight training with him, but rather using the time to try and stay at or as close to 100% as possible. Great to see Eli once again back at Durfee. And with that, we will close the book on summer 2023. I hope you've enjoyed the pieces we've featured, and I look forward to bringing you another year of live high school sports coverage starting in just a couple short weeks. Remember, we live stream on our Facebook page, facebook.com/FredTVSports. Be sure to like and follow us there so you don't miss a minute of the action. We also archive to our YouTube channel under the same name, Fred TV Sports, for on-demand viewing anytime, anywhere. Subscribe to us there as well. For our studio crew this week, Alex Mello, Craig Salvador, Pauline McGrath, and our director, Mike Ferreira, as well as our Fred TV alums who worked with me throughout the summer, Daniel Keating, David Montero, and Zach Souza. I'm Evan Massoud. Thank you for watching, and I wish all of our students and staff the very best in the new school year. See you September 15th for live Durfee football.